Yes, Sanjay, towards the end of the, most probably by January, first week only, the applications will be over for phase one. Okay, okay. Thank you, Hariharan. Thank you so much. So yes, children, I hope all of you have your the pen and your notebook. I hope this is visible also. Yes. So today we'll be discussing questions of the chapter Metrics and Determinants. This might be a question which you have seen somewhere because most of the questions with this type of format, this type of options, it's there in almost all the previous year question papers, right? So given that if A not equal to 0, B not equal to 0, C not equal to 0, then determinant of 1 minus A, 1, 1, 1, 1 minus B, 1, 1, 1, 1 minus C is equal to. It's a very simple direct question. You want to find out whether the value of it is ABC or ABC multiplied by 1 plus 1 by A, 1 plus 1 by B plus 1 by C, or is it something like ABC into 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C minus 1, or is it the opposite of option B, that's ABC into 1 minus 1 by A minus 1 by B minus 1 by C. So I hope you have started doing this. I know there are admission related queries. I'll come to that towards the end of the session. So kindly wait. So is there any easy way to solve this determinant? That's what you need to think. Because most of the cases, if you perform some row or column operations, it'll be easy for you to solve it, right? So whenever you are encountering these type of problems, that's what you need to think. Whether you perform some operation, it's like C1 is equal to C2 minus C3, or R1 is equal to it's R1 minus R2 or R1 plus R2. You can just try out that. So it's really easy for you to solve it. Okay, there is an option B, there is an option C. Okay, I got two options in the chat box. One is option B, one is option C. Okay, let's see. I'll come to the exam related questions towards the end of the session. Yes, there is another student who is replying. It's option C. Okay, completely fine. Option B and option C. Let's just take option B and C. Option B is ABC into 1 plus 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C. This is the same thing, minus 1. Okay. I hope in schools your December exams have started. So yes, this is what the determinant looks like. Even if you solve it in the direct method, you'll get the answer. So I'll just check which is the option. It's option C. So when are you... Okay, Sanjay, please do recheck. It's just maybe sometimes you've missed a sign also that can lead to negative marking, that can lead to losing 1 mark that you've scored. So please be careful when you're solving. So what I've done, it's 1 minus A, 1 minus B, 1 minus C, minus 1. The next one is minus 1 into 1 minus C minus 1 plus 1 into 1 minus 1 plus B. Maybe if you want, I'll just show the determinant once again. Just hold on. This is what it is. I'm sorry. Yes, it is actually 1 minus A, 1, 1, 1, 1 minus B, 1, 1, 1, 1 minus C. So applying the simple formula, solving it. Okay. You have to be really careful about the signs. That is very, very important. Okay, okay. Completely fine. I hope all the students have already replied that it's option B. You have just rechecked your answers. Is there any doubt in this question? Very simple, very direct question, right? I hope I don't need to explain it that way. You all know how to find out the determinant, the very basic thing that we study in the chapter called matrix and determinant. Can we go to the next question? Can we move ahead? I think, thank you, Yash. I hope this is a very simple question. What I just want to say is, even this type of question comes in entrance examination. Most of us we feel like, yeah, it's high range of questions only, but even these type of simple questions, another set of question, which is there always the same pattern repeats. The ordered pair MM, the minimum and the maximum values of, maybe they'll ask something, a function, a determinant, a matrix or something, and they'll ask us to find out the minimum and the maximum values. That's M and M. a common pattern question that comes in all the exams. So yes, let M and M, it's like the small and the capital ones, be respectively the minimum and the maximum values. This is small and this is the maximum of the determinant. It's cos square x, 1 plus sine square x, sine 2x. Here it's 1 plus cos square x. Here it's sine square x. This is sine 2x. This is cos square x, sine square x, 1 plus sine 2x. What you want is, I want you to find the ordered pair MM, which is the minimum and the maximum. So the values are minus 3, 3, minus 3, minus 1, minus 4, minus 1, 1, 3. So how you will solve it? You have to solve this into a simpler form, and you have to find out the value of M and M. I think there are, yes, I could see you raising your hand again. Selva Kumar, I'm not able to see your query. Can you please just type it again so that I'll be able to help you now? So yes, children, please start doing it. Once you're done, please give me the options. I hope everybody has taken down this part. It's determinant cos square x, 1 plus sine square x, sine 2x, 1 plus cos square x, sine square x, sine 2x, cos square x, sine square x, 1 plus sine 2x. I said minus 3, 3, minus 3, minus 1, minus 4, minus 1, 1, 3. This is a very important type of problem that you need to check. Because this is something which always comes in the competitive examinations. Always this type of question comes in the examinations. Now also you are writing, it's like B is there. Initially you gave me an answer B, then you changed it to C. Please be careful, children. Please do always think about negative marks, because almost all the exams are having negative marking. And if you feel there is some mistake or something that can happen, you have to just revisit the question again. Yes, I think there are a lot of options. Oh my God. I got A, B, and C in the chat box. A, B, and C. Okay. Okay. I think I'll discuss this because you're giving me different type of answers. So yes, whenever I encounter these type of questions, if you're solving it in the direct way, it's something like it'll take a lot of time, right? So if this is one part, if this is one part, and you could see the similarities, right? It's 1 plus cos square, 1 plus sine square x and all. So always try to do some operation so that you'll be able to reduce it. So what I'm initially going to perform is, I'm just going to perform R1 is equal to R1 minus R2. So here, this will be cos square x minus 1 minus cos square x. So there will be minus 1. This is 1 plus sine square x minus sine square x. So both the sine square terms will be cancelled and it's 1. Here it's sine 2x minus sine 2x, it's 0. Similarly, if you perform these type of operations, when you're able to cancel all the terms, when you're able to get it into very simple terms of 1, 0 or any number, it's easy for you to solve it. Now, when it comes to these two, if I'm just subtracting it, I'll be able to change this also, right? So I'm just going to perform the operation. R3 is equal to R3 minus R2. So cos square x will go. There is a minus 1 only. Here this is 0. This becomes 1. So here, this was something that was initially given to me. I have changed it into this way. At least whenever you are answering these type of questions, you can think of changing 2 rows or 2 columns. That's really easy. To the simplest form, that's best possible. And with the third one, you will be able to solve the question. This is how you should think. So now you can directly find out the determinant value, right? This will be minus 1 sine square x minus 0. This is 1 plus cos square x, and 1 plus cos square x minus sine 2x. That's plus sine 2x. So once you know how to simplify this, it's really easy. Here it will be minus sine square x minus 1 minus cos square x minus sine 2x. So I'm just taking a minus outside. Sine square x plus cos square x, it's 1. So we got minus 2 minus sine 2x. So now, coming to the maximum and the minimum value, what you have to do? the maximum and the minimum value will completely depend upon the value of sine 2x. The maximum and the minimum value will completely depend upon the value of the sine 2x. So for sine 2x, maximum is 1, right? So minus 2, minus 1, that is minus 3. And the minimum is minus 1. The minimum value will be of the value of minus 1, sine 2x. So it's minus 2 plus 1. So what it will be? Minus 2 minus minus 1, which will be plus 1. So this is minus 1. So the values are something like minus 3 and minus 1. So it's option A. Okay, somebody has asked the simplification again. Just hold on for a second. Just a minute, yeah. So this is from where we have started. So whenever you're solving these type of problems, think of 2 rows, 2 columns, or anything that you'll be able to delete from, or that you'll be able to simplify, so that whatever is given is in the form of, I would say, a range of 0 or minus 1. That is something you need to think. Because this is like a same type of question, a repeated type of question that comes in most of the examination. I'm not saying you to just do this row to this row. It's like, I know you'll not be able to remember each question in that way, but that logic has to come from you. When you're performing some column operation, when you're performing some row operation, is it possible for me to reduce this? That's what you need to think. That's a very important part that you need to think on. So here, what I have done initially is R1 is equal to R1 minus R2. So this term, the whole term goes, and I got this as minus 1, 1, 0. Now another one which I could perform is something like, if I'm subtracting R3 minus R2, it's like R3 minus R2, all these terms will go. And I'll be able to get it in the term of 1 or 0. So if you have that, then it's easy for you to simplify it. That's what you need to concentrate on. That's what you need to focus on. After that, you could just substitute for the value. What will be the angle? Which one will be the maximum value? Which one will be the minimum value? That you have studied for everything, right? Whether it's sine, cos, or tan, you know all of them. So when you have the range of value, it varies from minus 1 to 1. So minus 1 is the minimum, 1 is the maximum. Substitute for those values and find out it. So the ordered pair will be minus 3, minus 1. So the minimum value will be minus 3 and the maximum will be minus 1. R1 is row 1, R3 is row 3. It's like whenever you go for this matrix or the determinants, we always used to do this, right? This is row 1, this is row 2, this is row 3. This is column 1, this is column 2, this is column 3. Okay. Is this question clear? Okay, I'm so sorry. I've written option A. I think it's option B. I'm so sorry. Yes, somebody have typed that in the chat box. Okay. I hope it's clear. Can we move forward? I want all of you to reply. Without your replies, I'll not be able to. Whenever these type of questions comes, focus on simplification. That's it. Okay. Now coming to the next question. This is a very interesting question, very simple one. I hope the question is visible. They've already given some data detail for me. The first one is A plus X is equal to B plus Y is equal to C plus Z plus 1. That's what is given. Okay. And they have given that A, B, C, X, Y, Z are non-zero distinct real numbers. If you have any queries, please do type in the chat box. A plus X equal to B plus Y, which is equal to C plus Z plus 1. Where A, B, C, X, Y, Z are non-zero distinct real numbers. They've given, they're asking me to find this determinant. It's X, A plus Y, X plus A, Y, B plus Y, Y plus B, Z, C plus Y, Z plus C. Now, just go and check the option. Y into A minus B, Y into B minus A. This is 0, Y into A minus C. Here I have lot of terms, right? There is Z, there is X, there is Y, there is C also. So if you're just trying to simplify, so that you have to keep in mind, yeah, it should be AB or ABC or Y. You don't need that X and Z here. Think that and then start working. Okay. I know there are a lot of students who are raising their hands. I'll not be able to give all of you speak permission. So please kindly understand that you need to type in the chat box. Then only I'll be able to help you. I think Rajeshri, or is it something that's happening accidentally? Just wanted to understand. Okay. There is A, there is C, there is C. I got 3 options. Most of them are from same candidates also. A. Okay. A, B, C. Okay. Completely fine. Okay. Options are coming. I'll just give you 1 more minute. Okay. Option A. I think 3 or 4 kids are saying it's option A. There are 3 votes for option B, option C also. Okay. So just one thing, I just saw it in the chat box. A, B, C, X, Y, Z are non-zero distinct real numbers. What does that mean? It's like non-zero real numbers. Okay, answer is 0. It's third option. Okay. It's just not 0. It could be any distinct number. It could be any it could be something like positive or negative. That's what it means. Okay, different numbers. Yes, it will not be the same. It will be different numbers, either positive or negative. Rajeshri has given me an answer A. Okay. Arjun is also saying it's option A. Okay. I think we'll just discuss. Okay. Okay. Neeraj is also saying A. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I hope you have tried the different methods of simplification here. So yes, this is what is given in the question. So here, if I'm doing something, maybe I'll be able to remove the ABC, right? Or if I'm doing something, I'll be able to remove the XYZ. Because in this column, if you observe, it's XYZ. In this column, if you observe XYZ, then just going to change it. C3, I'm just going to subtract this. So what it will be? I was able to change the whole term XYZ. Now coming to this too, if you're performing any operation, you'll be able to remove this ABC. So C2 will be C2 minus C3. So I got XYZ, YYY, ABC, right? Is that clear to all of you? Tanay, please wait towards the end of the session. I've not seen your query. I know you have just typed, please reply to your query, but I don't know what it is. That's why, please wait. Is it clear, children? Are you able to hear me? So this is how you should work. I have an XYZ here. I have an XYZ here. If I'm just using something, I'll be able to change it to ABC. I'll be able to simplify it. Here there is an ABC, and here it's Y. So you will be able to simplify it. This is how you should think when you come across these type of questions. So when I've simplified all of them, what I got is XYA, YYB, and ZYC. Now, as this column is having all the terms similar, I could just take this outside. So it's already simplified. XYZ, 111, ABC. Now, next step, what you need to think is, we'll just go through the options. Okay, just a second. I'll just show the options one again. It's A minus B, B minus C, A minus C into Y. Just have a look at it again. It's Y multiplied by A minus C or B minus A or A minus C. Okay. Now, what I'm planning to do at this point is something like, I hope up to which it's clear. This, I'll just show it again. Just hold on for a second. Okay. I hope up to with this portion it's clear. This was XYZ, 111, ABC. Now, I want it to be in some form of Y minus A, Y minus B. Something of that sort is there in the option. So I'm just going to think on whether I'll be able to do something like that. So what I've done is I have performed 2 row operations, that is R2 is equal to R2 minus R1 and R3 is equal to R3 minus R1. Because I just want to simplify it. I just want to get the answer in one step. So if I'm doing it something like R2 minus R1. So the first part will be X1A, Y minus X0, B minus A, Z minus X0, C minus A. Now here, I'm as I have simplified it, I'll be just able to take one. So if I'm taking this, it will be x into all the other terms will be 0. So x term is not there. Minus 1 into y minus x into c minus a minus b minus a into z minus x plus a into the whole term is 0. So I've just simplified and I only have one term to solve. So I could directly solve this is minus y minus x into c minus a minus b minus a into z minus x. Now, you need to have the answer in the terms. You want to eliminate some terms, right? Z, C, and all of that you need to eliminate. Think on which option you need to concentrate on, which term you need to concentrate on. They have already given some idea that a plus x equal to b plus y equal to c plus z plus 1. So I don't want this y minus x. I could just substitute y minus x as a minus b. I don't want the z minus x because no terms are there in that z and x term. Z minus x, you will be able to write it as a minus c minus 1. So you could just solve this and you'll get the answer as y into a minus b. That is option A. I hope it's clear. I have eliminated it because I'm just looking at the option again and again because in the option it's giving me something in terms of y, a, b, and c. So I don't need that x and z. So I got it completely eliminated because for that only they have given this clue part. It's like a plus x is equal to b plus y equal to c plus z plus 1. Indu and the other person who have raised their hands, please do type your query in the chat box. So I think I have why I have answered for that question. Okay. Regarding the classes, regarding the exams, I'll give you answer towards the end. Okay, I'll just show the options again. Just hold on for a moment. Is this question clear? Do you want me to repeat it again? I hope it's clear. You need to understand how to simplify it so that you'll be able to get the answer. It's y into a minus b, y into b minus a, 0, y into a minus c. Okay, completely fine. Can we move ahead? Can we move to the next question? Can I start? You could try with the normal method also. That's completely fine. It'll take a lot of time. It'll take maybe you need to substitute it. You need to do it in such a way that you'll be able to simplify it or you'll be able to get into a term of y and a minus c. So for these type of questions, it's think on how I'll be able to minimize it. When you find the way to minimize it, then it's really easy to solve. Now I have another question for all of you. The same way, the same type, I want you to solve it. If the minimum and the maximum values of the function, they've given the value pi by 4, pi by 2, defined by, they have given f of theta, which is equal to determinant minus sine square theta, minus 1 minus sine square theta, 1, minus cos square theta, minus 1 minus cos square theta, 1, 12, 10, minus 2. Where m and m are the minimum and the maximum values, the ordered pair m and m. That's what you need to find out. I hope the question is clear. The same type of question that we have just discussed earlier. I want you to just solve this. I hope you have started doing this. Okay, is it minus 40? Okay, let's see whether the answer for this question is minus 40. We'll just wait for more people to come. And meanwhile, please do check what you have done. I think it's Arun. Okay, there is a C. It's minus 4. Okay. So C, D. I got two options. There is a B also. Okay. It's 0, 2 root 2. Okay. Most of them are saying it's C and D. Okay. Completely fine. Yes, I'll give you 1 or 2 minutes. Just you can try doing it the same way we have done the previous question. That's what I have to say. So for the option C and D, there is only difference in the value of, I would say the maximum. That's the capital M. It's 4, it's 0. So there is an A also coming up in the chat box. So I got everything as correct answer. A, B, C, and D. Completely fine. We'll just discuss that. Okay, I have given those details also. So initially, what we have discussed is, or what we thought of is, I'll start thinking about the substitution or simplification. So this is C1, right? If it's C1 minus C2, I'll be able to remove these terms, right? The sign is gone. So I've just changed C1 as C1 minus C2. So what about this part? This part will be simplified to 1, 1 and 2. So it's really simplified. And you got this as, the second term will be minus 1 minus sine square theta minus 1 minus cos square theta 10. And this is 1, 1 minus 2. I have done the first simplification. Now you could see these two are having this values. So I'm just going to substitute for C3 equal to C3 plus C2. So this 2. C3 is equal to C3 plus C2. So what it will be? 1 plus minus 1 minus sine square theta, 1 minus 1 minus cos square theta, 10 minus 2. So I've simplified this into this way. It's 1, 1, 2, minus 1 minus sine square theta, minus 1 minus cos square theta. This is sine square theta and this is cos square theta. If I'm just solving for these two, it's simplified again, right? So I'm just substituting for C2 minus C3. So 1 minus sine square theta plus sine square theta. Both the sine square theta is gone. Cos square theta is also gone. So we are able to simplify it in such a way that you have these terms, maybe in one row or one column. So after the substitution or after this replacement, you have simplified it in such a way that it's this one. Now it's very easy for you to solve it, right? So you could just initially find the determinant and you can solve it. So whenever you encounter these type of questions, this is how you should work on any column operation or any row operation that can help you to simplify the term so that it's easy for the calculation. So this will be 1 into minus 8 plus 2 cos square theta plus 1 into, this is 8 plus 2 cos square theta minus sine square theta into 2 plus 2. So you got something like minus 8 plus 2 cos square theta plus 8 plus 2 cos square theta minus 4 sine square theta. So I think this 2 is gone. It's 4 cos square theta minus 4 sine square theta. So we know the formula, right? Cos square theta minus sine square theta, the cos 2 theta formula that we have studied. So here it will be something like, when you come across this part, this is 4 cos square theta minus 4 sine square theta. So it will be 4 into cos 2 theta. Now they have given you the range also. It's pi by 4, pi by 2. So when theta equal to pi by 4. So 4 into cos of pi by 2. Because this is 2 cos 2 of pi by 4. So this will get cancelled and it's 4 cos pi by 2, which is 0. The second one is when theta is equal to pi by 2. So here it's 4 into cos 2 of pi by 2. So this will get cancelled and this cos pi alone, and you got the value as minus 4. I think a lot of students have given the correct answer. I think almost a huge crowd here. So it's minus 4 comma 0, which is option D. So yes, I hope this question is clear. Is this question clear to all of you? Sanjay, I was just checking. So for which question you have answered? Yes, Siddharth. So if there are any queries, please do type in the chat box, or else we can move to the next question. Are you able to answer these questions along with me? That's what I want to understand. Yes. So thank you, Sanjay. Okay. Thank you. Now coming to the next question. Suppose the vectors x1, x2 and x3 are the solutions of the system of linear equation ax equal to b. They have given the form. The vectors x1, x2 and x3 are the solutions of the system of linear equations ax equal to b, when the vector b is on the right side, which is equal to b1, b2, b3. So ax equal to maybe b1, b2 or b3 or anything. And they have given x1, x2, x3 values and b1, b2, b3 values also. But every relation is given in terms of x and b, but they have not given me a. They have asked me to find the determinant of a. This is also a category of question. Suppose the vectors x1, x2, x3 are the solutions of the system of the linear equation. They have given the format ax equal to b. So b, it comes the right side, and they have given it as the terms b1, b2, b3. If x1 is equal to this, x2 equal to this, x3 equal to this, b1, b2, b3 equal to this. So you have, it's like 3, 3, b1, b2, b3, x1, x2, x3, the vectors. So ax1 equal to b1, ax2 equal to b2, ax3 equal to b3. So what is actually A? It's of a 3 by 3, right? Now you want to find the determinant of A. So you can start doing. Yes, Sanjay, it's okay. Yes. So dear children, please start doing this. I'll just discuss this maybe in another 1 or 2 minutes. I want all of you to read the question thoroughly. And they've given the values of determinant A as 1 by 2, 4, 2, 3 by 2. I think Anirudh and Siddharth has given me the answer as option C. Okay, let's check. Okay, Anish has given me option C. Okay, good. Okay, there is 1 by 2 also in the chat box. But most of you are like, yeah, it's option C. Okay, let's discuss it very fastly. Very simple. Oh, I'm so sorry. A very simple direct question. So given that Ax equal to B, I've just written x1, x2, x3, b1, b2, b3. So we know A, it's 3 by 3. So I've just assumed the terms as according to their position. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, A8, A9. Ax1 equal to B1. You have everything. Ax2 equal to B2. Ax3 equal to B3. Solve for all of them. Substitute again and again and find out the values of A1, A2, A3, B, A4, A5, A6, A7, A8, A9. You have the matrix A. Find the determinant, and that's what the question is asking. So yes, I'll just show you what I've done. This is A, this is x1, this is b1. You could formulate 3 equations here. Similarly, ax2 equal to b2, you could solve, you could formulate 3 equations here. And in the same way, ax3 equal to b3, you could formulate 3 equations. So already from this part, you have got an idea that A3 equal to 0, A6 equal to 0, A9 equal to 0. Sorry, A9 equal to 2. So 2A8 plus A9, substitute for 2. So you'll get the value of A8. Now A6 equal to 0. So what is A5? A3 equal to 0. What is A2? Now once you have all these 2 equations solved, you could go for the first one and you can find out A7, A4 and A1. It's really simple for you to solve this. Now, once you solve, you have those values. Once you have the determinant, what you can do? Sorry, once you have the matrix, it's easy for you to find the determinant, right? So yes, those students have already given the option as, I think 2, it's correct. Now, yes, without wasting further time, we'll move to the next question. Okay, just a second. There are a lot of people typing. Just hold on for a moment. I'll just go through it again. I'll just show it once again. I'll just read out the question also once again for you. Hold on. Suppose the vectors x1, x2, x3 are the solutions of the system of linear equations ax equal to b. They have given it 3. When the vector b, it's on the right side, they have given it, and it's b1, b2, b3. So x1 is 3, right? And this side also b1, it's 3. So what will be a? It will be a 3 by 3. Now, as they have given the general format or how the system will work is ax equal to b. How the equation will be is ax equal to b. So you could give ax1 equal to b1, ax2 equal to b2, ax3 equal to b3. You could just assume the values as a, b, c, d, e, f, or anything, a1, a2, a3, anything according to you. Find out the values, have the matrix, find the determinant, and there you got the answer. Yes. So it's x1, x2, x3, it's 3, b1, b2, b3, it's of, So this is 1 into 3, 1 into 3. So that will be 3 by 3. That's how. So yes. Now, I think we'll just show the answer once again because somebody has requested. This is the first part. You have assumed for A. Then you have just solved. You got 3 equations. Similarly, the other ones also you have solved. You got 3 equations. And then you could just find the determinant. I hope it's clear. Can we move forward, children? I'll just show the question. If there are any queries anybody is having, please do type it in the chat box. So this is the next question. Is my screen visible? I have already shared. Anirudh, I could see your chat. If it's visible, please do say yes. Because there are students who are typing, it's not visible. Yes, thank you, Anirudh. Okay. So this is the next question. A is equal to cos theta, I sin theta, and cos theta. They have given theta is equal to pi by 24. A5 is equal to a raised to 5 is equal to ABCD. I is equal to root of -1. Then which of the following is not true? A direct question, you have everything here, right? This is A raised to 5 is ABCD, and the options are in terms of ABCD. So you need to find a raised to 5 for these values. That also you have studied the formula. You got the value of theta also. You could directly substitute and solve this. No, what the question is asking, Kaushik, please look into the question. Which one of the following is not true? So you have to give which one is not satisfying. Is it A, B, or C? Okay, I think most of the people are replying it's B. Okay, there are A's also. Okay, there are 9 students have already answered. Okay. The one which is not satisfying this condition is actually the second option, right? That is a square minus b square is equal to 1 by 3. I think, yes, most of them have given me options. Okay, completely fine. We'll just discuss this. Hold on for a second. Okay. So, yes, moving on. You could just go through the question again. You can check for each option and then you can get the answer. So, yes, the first part is just have a look at the first part. So this I hope everybody knows. A raised to n is equal to cos n theta, bb sin n theta, I sin n theta, cos n theta. So similarly, a raised to 5, we got this value. You have A and D as similar one and B and C as similar one. Now, the question, the options are directly asking you whether this is A square minus B square equal to this, whether C square minus D square equal to this. It's just a direct one. So it is something like A square. You can take cos square phi theta minus C is I square sin square phi theta. Is that something called 1? So you could directly solve, just simply substitute for the value and you could directly solve taking each and every option and find out which one is the one that's not satisfying it. So this is cos square phi theta minus I square sin square phi theta. So this is like +1. So this is actually 1. The second one is something called cos square, the same one, minus I square sin square phi theta. So here it will be 1 only, it's not 1 by 2. So this one you need to find out a square plus b square equal to something which is less than 1, 0 to 1. So here this is cos square phi theta minus sin square phi theta. So you could just apply for cos 2 theta, that is 10 into theta, 2 into 5 theta, that is 10 theta. So theta is pi by 24. So this is something like 5 pi by 12. So once you know the value of 5 pi by 12, it's going to be something which is lesser than that of 1 only. So yes, I think I have just solved it also. It's cos 75. That is root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. Now a square minus d square, that is actually 0. So the one option which is not satisfied, water is given as something called a square minus b square is equal to 1 by 2, I think. So that's the option, that's B. Now coming to the sixth question, yes, I think somebody has given me, okay, okay. Yes, and I think there are a lot of people who have given me A as an answer, but please do check it. But most of them have given B as an answer. Maybe you have just taken the sign wrongly. That might be the reason. Yes, let A be a 3 by 3 matrix such that adjoint A is equal to 2 minus 1, 1, minus 1, 0, 2, 1 minus 2, minus 1. B is adjoint of adjoint A. Mode A is equal to lambda. And B inverse transpose, the mode of that is equal to mu. You need to find the ordered pair, mode of lambda, mu. So children, just start doing this question. I know it's a working day. Tomorrow also you're having classes. I do really appreciate those students who are here. And yes, please start doing this question. Yes, I think someone has raised their hands. Ma'am, once. Okay, regarding the recordings and everything, I'll just take a minute after this question is completed. So kindly hold. I'll be here to clear all your queries. So kindly hold on for some time and please start doing this question. Is the answer. Kaushik, let us discuss. Okay. So Kaushik has given the answer as option 4. Okay, I think there is option 2 also, which is 381. Please do recheck it. Okay, there is 1 by 81. Okay, that's what option D is. I'll just give you one more minute so that everybody can just check it and then we'll discuss. Option C, B. Okay, I'll just discuss this question. I know there are 2 students have given a question that is related to the order of the matrix. I'll just come back to you. Just hold on for a second. So yes, this is the question here. If you have the simple formula, it's done. Determinant of adjoint A is equal to determinant of A raised to n minus 1, where n is the order of this matrix. But there is something more in this question, that is this part. B is equal to adjoint of adjoint A. And the question is asking you to find out 2 values, right? So yes, I know almost all of you have cleared the answer, but still, just a little bit basic discussion about how we'll solve the question. We'll just go through it. Yes. So determinant of adjoint A, what it will be? It will be determinant of A raised to n minus 1. So this will be something like you could find the determinant. This is 9. So A square. So I got the value of A as plus or minus 3. But in the question itself, they are asking me mode of lambda. So I know it's the positive one. Maybe the 3 is the value that I have to take. It's not plus or minus 3, it's just plus 3. And you could just quickly look into the options also. Yeah, the options that starts with 3. So I could see the next will be something like 81 or 1 by 81 because there are 2 options only in that way. Now coming to the next part, in order to find B, here it's given as adjoint of adjoint A. So how it will be? Adjoint of mode of A raised to n minus 1. That is mode of A raised to n minus 1 raised to n minus 1. So this is mode of A square. So it will be a square. So it will be of mode of A raised to 4. So here the value is 3. So 3 raised to 4, that's 81. You got the value of B, right? But the question was asking something like determinant of B inverse transpose. So what is B inverse transpose? You could write this as 1 by B, right? 1 by B, or you could write this as 1 by mode of B transpose also. So 1 by B, as you got B as 81, what is 1 by B? It's 1 by 81. So once you have this very simple formula, once you know how to apply it, this question is done. So I hope this question is clear. So, okay. And the answer is something like 3, 1 by 81. I would just look into the option, which is it. I think option D only. Okay. Option D. Most of the students have given the other option because it was 381. You have not thought about this concept because it's 1 by B only. That is 1 by 81. Okay, just hold on for a second. Somebody is asking for the question explanation again. Mode of adjoint is equal to a raised to n minus 1. N is the order. You know that, right? So here I'm just, sorry, it's determinant of adjoint A is equal to a raised to n minus 1. So you could just solve this for the values and you got the value as 9 and this is a square. So a is something like plus or minus 3. You have to take the plus 3 because in the question itself you could see here it's asking for, you could just see it's mode lambda. So it will be 3 anyway. Now you need to find out mu. What is actually mu? It's B inverse transpose. So what it will be? You'll be able to write this as, how you will be able to write it? And they have given a clue also, B is equal to adjoint of adjoint A. Because it's A raised to 4. A raised to n minus 1 raised to n minus 1, which is equal to A raised to 4. That's 3 raised to 4, which is 81. You got the value, but you want to find out how you will be able to get to this part, B inverse of T. It is something called 1 by V transpose. When it's transposed, you will be able to write this as 1 by V also. That is 1 by 81. So that's how this question comes as option D. Now coming to someone who has, okay. Yes, coming to somebody who has asked for the order. I hope everybody knows the general part, how to find the orders. If I'm having 3 matrices, how the order will work. So the first one, if I'm just going to assume if the number of rows is something like AB, those who are having doubt, you could just write it. Okay, I'll just hold on for a moment, children. No, I'll just, maybe in the starting, I'll just write it. Okay, if I don't want to. So what was something that we were talking? There was a question. I was having some A. There was 1x, which is equal to B. Right? So I'm just going to assume A is A by B. Okay, I'll just put it like this. Okay. This is what is A is. A matrix is equal to this. I'll just take for time being, let it be K. A is equal to A by B. Number of rows, number of columns. Now, X, my God. X is equal to, I would just take B by C. Now, what will be K? This I hope everybody knows, right? What will be K? It's A into C. The same logic applies there. This was something called 3 by 3. This was something called 3 by 1. This was something called 3 by 1. So this is AB, which is 3 by 3. Very simple thing, very simple concept, which I think you have studied in the initial part. So I hope I was able to clear your doubt also. If there is anything further, please do type that in the chat box. I think that question was asked by, I don't remember your name. I'm so sorry. It was like Nishal or something with N. I hope you are here in this session. Is this clear to all of you? Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you so much. And can we move forward? Maybe one more question, or if you have any queries from the topics that we have discussed, from the questions that we have discussed, you could just raise that. Yes, children. Yes, Harshini, what is the query? Please do type it in the chat box. I think Tanai, Harshini, both of you have raised your hands. Okay. Okay, Kaushik, okay. Yes, because, but later only we have a higher weightage for the mathematics because it's like 40 questions into 3 marks. So 120 out of 300 is just mathematics only. And there are negative marks also. There is nothing like you have to apply separately for the second attempt. It's like you have to apply for Amrita through one portal. It's just one. If you don't want to write the first quiz, it's completely okay. You can leave the application as it is. When the second phase comes, you can choose the date and time of the examination, which we call as something called the selection, and then you can write the exam. Yes, I know there are a lot of students who are asking about the recordings. I know I have been promising you that I'll come with the link next week, but it's still not done from my technical team. So I have most probably by next week, I'll be able to upload all the videos. We have prepared a web page for this practice, the sessions alone, and I'll be able to provide it there. Yes, I hope I was able to clear almost all the queries in the chat box. And thank you, Tanai. And yes. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good time. And yes, so which subject or which section we'll be discussing the next week? I think I've already given you the schedule. Which topic we'll be discussing for the next week. Okay, just hold on for a second. No, this is not the first term class. I think it's the first one this year. I think there are a lot of hands. I understand, Harshini, but there are some students who are saying Sunday they are having their coaching classes, so it's difficult for them to attend on Sundays. So we have just talked with, I would say, a certain set of students, and then only I have taken a decision on, yeah, it's going to happen on a weekday. Okay, completely fine. So just hold on for a moment, children. I'll just give you the topic for the next week. Yes, thank you so much, everyone.